jokes. Exactly. I'm going to tell you guys a story that my therapist says is not as funny as I think it is.
My
So
favorite.
we'll see how that goes. Okay, so, yeah, once upon a time, it was like 2011, and I'm a fresh 18, okay? Does that sound right? Yeah. And I just moved into my first apartment, and my roommate's name is Caitlin, and her stripper name is Enigma, with a Y. So, Caitlin, she started dating these identical twins, right? Their names were Luke and Lance. I will never forget their names, especially Lance. You'll see why. So, for a while, she pretended to be exclusive with both of them, which is pretty weird because they did live together, the twins. But I mean, like, I don't know, like, she was kind of an evil genius. And it went on for about a month, and then eventually the boys did compare notes, and they were like, shit, we're dating the same girl. And her name is Enigma. But, yeah, they found out, obviously things got really messy at that point. There's a lot of yelling, there's arguing, there's big drama, romantic gestures, ultimatums, I mean, the works. So one night, I'm trying to sleep, and one of the twins is sleeping over, and all of a sudden I hear, and I'm like, oh no, this is not good. Caitlin is getting her ass beat for all of this tomfoolery. So I'm like, I've got to rescue her. And you guys need to know that she's like 5'3" and got most of her calories from semen, so I had to rescue her. So I go in there, it's like 2 a.m., and I burst through the door, and what I see is actually one of the twins, Lance, and he's lying on the carpet face up. He's like spread eagle, okay? And I do need you to know that he was completely naked, like all the way, not a bit, okay? I don't like penises, it was horrible. But yeah, on top of his chest though was Caitlin, and she was just hitting him repeatedly in the face, just like right and left. And on his back, there was blood. It was a lot. So I go and I pull her off of him, because remember, she's like 80 pounds soaking wet. And I'm like, Caitlin, what are you doing? And she says, I'm gonna kill him, Joe. And I said, no, don't do that. Go cool off. I will get rid of him. He will leave alive. And so she does walk out of the room, and I'm like, okay, buddy, put on your pants. Lance, put on your pants. And he's just there crying, all naked and bleeding. And he won't put on his pants. And out of the corner of my eye, I see who's coming in. It's Caitlin. She comes in holding a hammer, and I'm like, oh no, this is actually very, very bad. This is worse than I thought it was. So I just run over to her, and I take the hammer before she can respond, and I just go, no murders, and I shove her in the bathroom. And then I'm like, okay, I really need to get this boy to put on his pants. This is very serious. He needs to put on his pants. Lance, will you put on your goddamn pants? And he still won't do it. He's just crying and bleeding and crying, and he won't put on his pants. So I see again, from coming behind me, here comes Caitlin, and she's holding a big kitchen knife that she must have previously hidden in the bathroom in sort of a premeditated way, if you will, okay? Right? This is what, at this point, that's where we're at. And so I go, Caitlin, what are you doing? And she says, Joe, I'm going to kill him. Don't get in my way, Joe. I don't want to hurt you. But you just need to leave for a couple of days. And it'll seem like it never happened. And so I said, no, Caitlin, you can't kill anybody here. You're not even on the lease. At which point she did try to stab me. I know. I'm on the lease. So she did try to stab me, and I actually punched her in the throat. Thank you. And we kind of wrestled for the knife for a minute. I did get it. Remember, she's tiny. And I kind of kick her like a human soccer ball into the bathroom. And I close the door and I'm like, Lance, turn around holding this knife, like the final girl in a slasher film. And I go very quietly, put on your pants. And he did, fine. He found his cell phone in the pocket as well. He called the other twin. He picked up both parties and took them away. And I washed my hands of it. Literally, there was some blood on the carpet. Yeah, I didn't see her for another 6 months until I went to this like scary warehouse rape that I would go to at that time. And she was there, and she comes up to me, she's like, oh my God, Joe! Oh my God, I haven't seen you in forever. Listen, babe, listen. I'm so sorry that I almost murdered somebody in your apartment. It's so embarrassing. But I just need you to know, I wasn't feeling like myself because I had stopped doing cocaine. But I promise I'm doing so much better now. Like, look, I'm doing so much better because I am doing cocaine again.